Hello, hello! Kumusta po? Kumusta ang mga Bisaya, mga Tagalog? Kumusta naman po dyan sa Dasmariñas, Makati and Urdaneta, Makati? Kumusta po? Mga kaibigan ko dyan sa Laguna, of course, sa lahat, sa may Pasig, kumusta po kayo? Kumusta po mga kaibigan ko dito sa Texas? How are you folks? I'm here today is overcast. It has been raining all day long, and it is now almost 3 o'clock. It's kind of dark, and of course my iPhone. I don't know. For some reason I can't see much myself here. It's so dark. Anyway. Our topic for today is what is our purpose? Okay, now I can see my mission here. I created this channel to have some kind of purpose and missions. What is the missions and for creating this channel on YouTube? Some of us may be hoping that we will have so many thousands and hundreds and thousands of subscribers because maybe it would take off, and maybe some way we can make money out of it or so. But my purpose is whether I will have any subscribers, but somehow there will be people viewing the videos, and I'm in hope that my videos can help and reach out to a lot of single mother out there, and not just single mother, but to other people that maybe needed some type of informations, on YouTube about other things, in any purpose of, whatever they are searching. So my purpose is because of what I have been through and what happened to my marriage. So of course I reach out to a lot of single mom out there, especially to Filipina, and I happen to have somewhat community type. I don't really go to a Filipino community whenever, maybe I need some information or help. I'd rather research myself and go to foreign people like American or whatever, because I'm not bashing our folks or this where the people where I'm from, but some of us, I don't say all of the Filipino that are in a Filipino community would be the one to put us down or looking down on us. So you can't blame on other Filipina, except especially for myself. I don't really go to any Filipino community for anything, because especially on Facebook, I'm not trying to be negative here, but most of the Filipino people that are posting on Facebook is especially like if they are married to an American, or not just American, but in all over the world, it's just like a competitions. But anyway, I'll just stop right there. But you guys kind of know what I am talking about. But all of us that have been giving life here on earth, God created us and gave us purpose. All of us has purpose in our life. And what is that purpose? We may have to search what our purpose in life is, and use that, because that's what God said. All of us has purpose to be on this earth. So my purpose is that I want to help out to some other Filipina who is in the same situation like me. I'm not saying that, oh my gosh, I'm really like struggling here in United States and whatever it is, that basically somehow other Filipina is talking about your life or other Filipino life, and instead of reaching out and maybe comforting you, and maybe and reach out and comfort you and trying to maybe help you instead. I'm not saying help you like giving money or like, oh, just like whatever is that person needs. If the person maybe like, for example, I met at least five Filipina single mother here, and not maybe in the same cases like me that being abused by American husband, but they are single Filipina woman with kids. So in other words, you're trying to reach them out. Some, like for example, I have no family here. Well, they become my family here because we can relate to each other. It may not be 100% that we can relate to each other, because their situation may not have been like abuse, but like for example, their husband died and they become a widowed and they have no family here. In most cases, this Filipina single mother that I met, and we become like a family, and we could reach out to each other and fellowship to each other and comfort each other instead of putting down or looking down on their situation and how their situation here. So they are at least like five, not including myself, that I know. They're single mom, and all of us have kids. One of them is like me, 2 kids, and two of them has 1 kid, and one is married, but the husband died. And so one case is, of course, like I said, I don't mention who they are and where they are, but what I'm saying here is, when you know somebody and have been in, let's say, wherever you are, Norway, Australia, or whatever, but when you know someone, they may not want to share their life to you or with you, but maybe someday when they have enough, they just want somebody to share their life with. And like for example, when I was abused, I really don't want to talk about it. It's so embarrassing. But one day they might come to you, and because they're feeling heavy already, and like just wanna vent that out, and just need somebody to listen and to have some ear, just to be there for her, just to be comforting to that person. And that's the kind of purpose maybe that I'm in. And it's not maybe, and it is, because I can feel and I can relate to that person, not having a family here in United States. And like I said, not just only in United States, but wherever, guys, we're Filipina are all over the world. We landed in every corner of earth in the world. So what I'm saying is, try to be comforting instead of trying to push down the person, especially that person is from our country. And most of us here forgets that where we are coming from. I know most of us here that are married to an American, we came here just because we wanna get out of poverty in our country, and there is no denying about that. So all of us should be equal. I mean, we should not be bash other Filipina here or how their lifestyle is, but we should be comforting to one another and love one another. So okay, example, I've known one Filipina who is married to an older husband and have 1 kid. Okay, she knows anything. The husband is the one that manages everything, budget, what is going on, and buying groceries. I know she's always with the husband, but she have no idea about anything and everything. And I'm not bashing to this, because she's one of my, we become a family, but I just have a talk with her, and trying to comfort her, because she is really in a very, very deep depression, because she lost her husband of almost 10 years, and she knows nothing. When I say knows nothing, is like When she lost her husband, she doesn't know and have no idea how to pay her mortgage. They have a house and it's not paid for. And so the husband did not show her how to manage everything. Like, we're, and like the financial side. And husband, you should know, or you should ask your husband, that, or especially when you have an older husband and you have no family wherever you are on earth living, unless if you're in the Philippines, then that case might be different. But if you're in a foreign country, then you want to make sure when you know your husband is dying, and well, this friend of mine, she knows that her husband is dying any moment because of the heart, failure or whatever. And her husband did not realize that he should at least show her wife or my friend, how to take care of everything, from financial and from how to take care of the mortgage and how to even write a check and show it to her, because none of us has checking account when we were growing up, or even when let's say none of us has a checking account. Okay, you might say, well, that's impossible, but just for that sake, we don't know how to write a check, we don't know how to open a bank account, we don't know. I mean, just put yourself into that situation instead of gossip about that person or looking down about that person. But anyway, and also learn how to be independent. Like, do not depend 100% to your husband. Like, learn how to, like, maybe if you have no job, you can learn how to volunteer, maybe to your child's school, and pay attention to your community, volunteer to your community. That's what I did. And so if, like, for example, there is violence happening in the marriage, then you know where to go, you know what to do, you know all this information. So just be aware of it, and take care of what needs to be taken care of, and pay attention of what your husband is doing, because someday you might end up being alone, not because you're being abused, but one of our spouse will be going to heaven and we don't know when. So in that area, you might want to know. And the purpose also is not just to be selfish, like what we know, and we just keep it to ourselves. I mean, nowadays everything is open. Facebook, mostly life of the people nowadays anyway is on Facebook. If you look at people on Facebook and read on all their posts, every single that happens in their daily life is on Facebook. You kind of know, like if they eat out, it's on Facebook. Like whatever they're doing, it's on Facebook. So I mean, maybe it's a good thing, but then again, that's different. That's their life, again, just pay attention about your around your surroundings, and see what you should do. And especially to our fellow Filipina who is in foreign country and don't know what to do. And I just happen to know two Filipina that have lost their husbands, and when their husband died, they don't know what to do with the like the paperwork of their mortgage, and what the will of their husband and things like that. Your husband might think, oh my gosh, my Filipina just want my money and all of that, but you can probably had to explain why you should know as a wife, because when things happen, you don't know that things happen. Maybe your husband will just leave you because he's going to heaven, just like what happened to some of my friends here. Then you don't know what to do. So then after that, like, I would say to other Filipina as well that are out there, try not to look down on other fellow Filipina people, that you think they're struggling, because like even me, maybe some Filipino out there are talking about my situation because now I'm putting it out there on YouTube, and like, oh my gosh, her, did you see her life story? Which I don't care. I mean, whatever people think about me and think about my life here in America, but I can honestly tell you guys, even though I'm a single mother here and raising two kids on my own, um, even though I have no family here, but I can honestly tell you my life is better than what my life there in the Philippines. Even though I'm doing my best, doing it all, but I think I can honestly say I am so proud, because even though I am in a foreign country, I never depend on anybody or any American man um, to raise my two kids here, and that is something that I can proud of. And on top of that, I'm not just sitting here and sitting on social media and wasting my time. I actually use it when my kids was babies, and eventually, and then they started going to school, and when I wasn't working, I was a stay-home mother for 5.5 years, just so you all know. And I wasn't just sitting in the house taking care of my kids. I was doing volunteering. You have to be aware with the community, what you can do to your community, and once you become a citizen, use it. Let's say election is coming up, I am a citizen, and this is just one of the example. Just use it. As a Christian, we're supposed to be a good citizen also. We're supposed to use what knowledge we have and what purpose, that we might not know what our purpose is, but I kind of know what my purpose is, and to reach out other mother out there and help out and to encourage them. Even though we are in a very very not pleasant situation, we sometimes struggle, whatever it is in our area of lives that we struggle with, but let's just try to encourage one another and love one another. That's the only thing we can do. And especially we are in a foreign country, so let's just use it. And if you're a citizen to your country, wherever you may be, then vote. I mean, like me, I will vote. I'll be voting here first time in United States, that because now I am American, so I will vote no matter what party it is. But I'm telling you guys, let's just be supportive one another, and not try to push down on other fellow Filipina people. And let's find that purpose, whatever it may be. It's just like one example, the bloggers in the Philippines. They found their purpose, helping the community in their community around where they live. So things like that. Let's, like God said, we should be loving to our neighbors. When it says neighbor, it's not just like your next door neighbor, maybe the neighbor of our country, other country, I mean the country we're living in, or like we know some other folks in our own country, so maybe we just help them or encourage them, and and not to like look down on them or something. So and that is to find our purpose. And what purpose would that be? You're the only one that would know. At least you're doing something good to our brother or sisters. So folks, this video might be boring, but if you know someone, if you are a single mom watching this video, message me or comment down below with your email address. I might put my email address someday on one of my video, but for now, You have a blessed day, and like and comment, and have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you very much.